Welcome back to Hot Rod Guy Garage. And today we're going to tear down this C6 transmission. So follow me along through the intro and we'll get into it. So we're on core number 2. So I guess the first thing I need to do, I'm not going to clean this one up first like I did the other one. Let's tear it down and see if this thing's any good. Hopefully it is, and we can get on with the Turbo 300 6-cylinder project. Well, the fluid that's running out of it, while dark, it's still red, so that's positive. So let's get this pan off here and we'll see what we got. Wow, does anybody see anything missing? Well, that ain't cool, but at least I do have another valve body. Well, looks like we're missing a valve body. At least the fluid's pretty clean that's in here. Guess the positive thing is I had the valve body out of the other transmission. And you never know it was gone. But so far, I mean, I don't see nothing that looks horrible. No metal shavings or anything like that. A little clutch dust in the pan, which is pretty normal. You're going to see this. But no chunky stuff. This stuff is like bugs and, just dirt. That stuff. So hopefully this ain't a sign of things to come. Sludge. Anybody else see that big old chunk of sludge fall out of that servo? Yeah. Don't expect the world with cheap cores, but I expected it to have a valve body in it, I guess. As long as the case is good and the Planetaries are good, I should be able to make one good transmission out of two. And right now, I'm taking the pump bolts out. I don't really have a whole lot of place to sit the camera. It always seems when you end up with a used transmission, there's always some kind of surprise. So what that surprise is may just depend on if it's good or not, or if you know where it come from, or if it was just a surprise that you assumed was good. Well, so far, guys, the pump thrust washer is non-existent. This is the only piece of it still there. So, not starting off too well here. And like I showed you in the last video with the other C6, this is what I normally see in a wore out transmission. You see how that band's coming apart and it's all heat cracked down here at the bottom? That's because the transmission's overheated and it's wore out. So, good thing is when you rebuild transmission, you're not going to reuse the band. Or at least I hope not. But so far, otherwise, it looks pretty okay. Obviously, I'm going to put thrust washers in it. At least looks like our second thrust washer is intact. Seems to be stuck in the drum in here. I'm going to flip y'all around here in a minute just to show you this be turned apart. So just talking on the video, but second thrust washer looks okay. It don't look beautiful, but they're copper anyway. And it's not gouged up or shows signs of overheating. Front thrust washer, I'm pretty sure it didn't fall out. So, at least it's not all scarred or gouged up. Actually looks pretty okay in hindsight of things. So, I guess since I'm at this point, I'm just going to tear down the drums as I go. So, I'll flip you around and show you this stuff. And alright guys, this is going to be our first drum that's right behind the pump. So, it'll be interesting to see what these clutches look like. Now, like I said before, I don't expect a miracle because I'm going to build this transmission anyway, but I would at least like to see some good parts in here. And that's assuming that I can get it apart. Usually this stuff just falls out once you get the snap ring out. But it don't seem like we're going to have that good fortune. Well, after way more tinkering than I wanted to do, I finally got our ring out here. And surprisingly, our clutches in here look real good. At least as far down as I can see in there, they all look real good. So, this was probably a good transmission before, the valve body got robbed out of it. I'm sure all the seals are probably hard and dry in this little unit. This probably been apart for out of a car for over 20 years, I would assume. So, I'm not going to fully assemble this stuff back. I'm just going to put the pieces back in the order that they come out of. So, this thrust washer come out of here. Or did it? It come out of here. Yeah. So, there's that drum. We'll set it over here to the side. So hopefully, as we go, the rest of this stuff will come apart easily, which seems like it's going to. So, we got our other drum here, right here. We'll see what these clutches look like. And hopefully they look good too. Hopefully they don't fight me like the other one did. But I have a feeling it's going to. Because that's about the story of my life and the way this stuff goes. And it don't appear that any of these things want to come apart. In any kind of ease, which is no surprise. Well, at least all this stuff slides part easy. What we got in here? Well, these clutches here are definitely smoked. You can see they don't have no pattern left on them. But more than likely this transmission's still pulled. So, not so bad. I've definitely seen worse. And I've definitely seen better. So I just go on down the line, you know, in here, pulling stuff out as we go. And so far, other than that front pump washer, I don't see nothing real horrible or scary. That was this rust stuck to there. That thrust washer, while ugly, because it's got rust on the surface of it, looks pretty okay. So, it's going to be a constant pulling stuff apart, and we'll see where we get. Well, our front Planetary at least spins. It looks pretty okay. So that's always a positive thing. You just got to make sure you put it back all in the same order you took it out. And that thrust washer actually sits in the Planetary assembly here. So that goes in there like that. This plastic thrust washer looks okay. This drum hub has a little rust, but it's not cracked. Looks pretty good. This thrust washer looks kind of okay. All its little locating tabs are gone. But other than that, it just a little rusted where it was stuck. I would say the car that this stuff come out of sat for a long time. So at this point, we're down into the stuff that's not real fun to take out. It's gonna be hard for me to video, but I gotta get that snap ring out in there and get this tail shaft stuff off, then pull this stuff out. And I went ahead and popped our rear Planetary apart. It looks pretty good, and it does spin. This thrust washer looks okay too. So I'm seeing more good than I'm seeing bad, so that's always positive. Well, in here is going to be the moment of truth, because this is where our other transmission was screwed in here. So there's some fun snap rings to get out in these areas. And sometimes if you don't have the right tool for the job, just having a tool at all makes a difference. So when you don't have the right tool, this stuff gets fun. And when you do have the right tool, it makes it easy. And our low reverse clutches, they look pretty good. Now these are the ones that are at the very back of the case. And also back there where I had the problem before. So I got pretty much everything out at this point, except for the tail shaft and the little drum here. So once I get this rear drum out, I'll be able to determine if this case is usable. We're going to fall off. Boy, nothing ever comes apart easy. This should just slide right on out. There it goes. That thrust washer looks okay. Not beautiful, but looks okay. And I'm finally at the point of getting that rear piston drum out. This one's not ate up. It's actually still in one piece. And it's actually a better looking piston than the one that came out of the other transmission. Which this is an earlier case, so no huge surprise there. But the case is good and smooth in here where this piston rides, unlike the other one, which was ate up. I'm not saying that the other one couldn't probably be cleaned up. If I'm going to build a performance transmission, I want the best core possible. And I think this one is a buildable core, like our other one. So guys, this is just kind of a short video. I just wanted to bring you along for the ride of tearing down this C6, and we see what's in it. See if I can take two and make one. So I'm going to do a little research, make sure the later valve body will swap into this earlier case, but so far, so good. So if you like these kind of videos, make sure you like this video, comment down below because it helps the algorithm pick this stuff up. Share it with your friends, and most importantly, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button because it helps the channel to grow. So until next time, guys, hopefully our next video will be putting this C6 together. I got a lot of cleaning to do, and a lot of cleanup stuff to do, and I got a bunch of transmission fluid on my hands. I'll see you at the next video. So thanks for watching.